This is the, oh my ears, the Deity Slate TC1. And there's also the timecode boxes TC-SL1, SL1. But this Slate is really cool. We recently got this just because I was like, it shows the actual timecode from the other Deity timecode boxes on here. It looks cool. If we don't even use it, it's just a cool thing, prop to have in the background. Very expensive prop nonetheless. But I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like, what it feels like in our experience with it so far. Now, from a look and feel perspective, this is the Deity TC-SL1. On the back side, you can see it's got a handle here, so you can grab it with one hand. You can open it up with one hand as well, which is really cool. It snaps, so it makes the popping sound here. So it's an actual just manual slate. You don't need anything fancy. On the side here, we've got timecode inputs, as well as a switch to turn it on and off. This is rotate, so if you want to have it rotated upside down. Here, you can go ahead and write all your roll, scene, take, production director, DP, note, date, etc. if you need to. I've never actually used that. We've got the controls right here, up, down, and then select by clicking the on-off switch right here. It might be out of battery actually, which is a bit disappointing. But what's nice is it uses 2 Sony MPF batteries right here that I think were the Deity brand model. Yep, they're 3350 milliamps, 7.4 volts, NP F550/DT. You can just go ahead and slide them right in. These are your classic Sony batteries, and go ahead and boom, lock that into place. It's got USB-C charging. It tells you the battery inputs right there. It's really easy to use. It looks clean. The screen is bright, and it's fun as well. So it's got a bright LED dot matrix for the timecode display, 6 brightness levels. The backlit dry erase surface right here, which is super easy to use, and you can disable the brightness levels if you want. There's also a rear OLED screen right here where you can see kind of what's for the operator as well, which is super helpful. The size and build, it's milled from a single block of aluminum, walnut clipper clasp with a hidden magnet. So it just magnetizes right there. One-handed operation design, so you can open it like this and then slate it down with one hand. Boom, action. And use Bluetooth 5.0, the 2.4 gigahertz RF band, 30 feet of sync range. It's got the 5-pin LEMO timecode port right here, as well as a 1/4 inch TRS timecode port here. So you can decide which one that you want to use. It's got dual NP F550 batteries. They're hot swappable, so you could take one out, put the other one in while it's still running. And the drift rate is about 1 frame in 48 to 72 hours. So, you know, I just want to reset once a day. Like that's good. That's good enough. I don't know anyone's gonna be filming for 48 hours straight. And then it can auto sync to external timecode signals as well. I think from an ecosystem perspective, if you have all the Deity stuff, it's just super easy to sync it all and works really well. But Tentacle Sync, I think is the leader in the space. They're kind of the affordable timecode option, but they have apps and they don't have on-device displays, whereas Deity is also affordable, but it has some of those professional features like on-device display, locking ports, and wireless sync between units. And if you use the Deity Theos wireless mics, those have built-in timecode, the Deity PR2 32-bit recorders. All these things can connect and sync through the Sidus audio app, which I'm a big fan of. When there's a big ecosystem, you can just easily connect everything through the apps. It's iOS, Android compatible. You can set custom timecode or time of day, which I personally love time of day timecode. I'll just set that from my iPhone and then sync it to all the devices. You can monitor the battery, the firmware from your iPhone. It makes it super easy. And then the Deity timecode devices support audio timecode as well as a hardware timecode. I kind of wish Sony would update their cameras not to use micro USB for timecode, just USB-C, but you know, hopefully we'll wait into that. And then you can jam to from Tentacle Sync, Deity, and ambient timecode devices as well. So it's not just like Deity's that making the timecode, but you could jam as well in both directions. And it does come with this little pack kit, so you can protect your gear. Inside of this bit kit, you're gonna have a couple cables. I did purchase like what's this, Condor Blue. We have the timecode port with a TRS cable right here. And then there's the Deity versions as well. This is the 5-pin LEMO TRS. For jamming, you have the Sony adapter as well. So the Sony adapter would go in here, and then Sony uses micro USB. So I purchased that separately. You have this little kit. You have a dry erase marker that comes inside, little foam to protect it. But this is the nice kit to be able to store it in, and then you can zip it up and not have to worry about it getting damaged in travel. So they do make it really easy to be able to take this on set, pack it up, and not have to worry about it. Now, what are some potential problems? Some people have noticed the clapper breaking after 12 to 18 months of professional use. The hidden magnet system can also fail potentially. These are all things to think about. The battery door on the bottom where you naturally set it down, the USB port, can be exposed to dirt and debris. And then one downside is Final Cut and Premiere don't natively read LTC timecode from audio tracks. You have to use DaVinci Resolve, Tentacle Sync, or some kind of timecode tool to be able to sync those first and then use it. So that's kind of disappointing. I want those softwares to add it. So it adds friction to the workflow if you're not using DaVinci Resolve, which maybe we're gonna switch to that. And that only matters if your camera doesn't have dedicated timecode ports. So we use Sony FX3s, FX30, and all those have dedicated timecode ports. In some ways, you'll be locked into the Deity system just because it becomes so much easier to sync everything. You don't want to deal with other stuff. So that's one downside. But then also the TC1 timecode is bulkier than the Tentacle Sync systems. So it's really like, what's the most important thing? The price can be a little bit more expensive. It's $169 for the Deity timecode, $1,000 for the Slate with the batteries, case, and cables. And the complete kit is also available as a bundle. You can get 3 timecode boxes and a Slate. I think that's what I ended up purchasing. It comes about $1,438, $49, something like that, about $1,500 with tax. So is this worth it? I think timecode is a massive time save when it comes to syncing. You just have to make sure every camera has timecode, and you have to deal with the extra workflow of setting up the hardware. But from a software side and post-production, it makes life so much easier. So I highly recommend you either use timecode or just use less cameras. There will be a link down in the description. If you click that link, it helps support the channel. Just the DAD timecode boxes and Slate. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.